Once again.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carolina Chris, back at you again with another one of my videos of my comic book haul. This video is for October 31st, 2018. Now, I know I'm a little late posting it. I hope you accept my apology. I'm trying something new here and just focusing on the books instead of the normal videos like I had been doing, showing my pretty mug and my dad bod. Trust me, corn dogs, macaroni and cheese, and potato salad, and you'll have a dad bod just like me. It's the keys to success. Write it down, sleep on it, start it tomorrow. Anyways, this week, well, not this week, but Halloween night, or Halloween, the 31st, was kind of a light load, you know. Normally, I have a thick load of comic books, and I'm usually showing you a picture of the stack or a video of the stack of books I bought, you know, how enormous they are and how much money I blew, you know, spent my kids' college tuition and my light bill money and my rent money, and I'm actually sleeping in a cardboard box, and I'm shooting this video from that box because I'm broke. But nah, seriously. Well, this week wasn't that thick of a load, but it's not, like I said before in my last video, it's not how big the load is, it's what's in that load that counts. So, yeah, let's get right to it, y'all. And man, there was at least, as like I say, the books I'm into. Some people are into different books, and people like different stuffs, so therefore, you know, they might have had a thick haul of books, and every one of those books to them is a jewel. You know, some of the books I get just so I don't have gaps in the run of books I do have. Like if I've got Harley Quinn Rebirth, you know, and it's up to issue 53. Well, I'm not gonna miss getting issue number 49 or 50 because I've already got issues 1 all the way through 48. I don't want to miss those issues. I want to get them all. I don't know if it's OCD or what, but I don't like missing issues, you know. So therefore, some books I get just to fill in spaces, you know. I might get around and just one weekend just splurge and read every book in that run if I feel like. Certain books I like getting and reading them right away. I like reading them as soon as I get them. As soon as I get home and sit back after I eat, do the dishes, clean up, I want to read that book. So therefore, I got a few books in this stack, and I think I at least got one in this stack, and I'm pretty sure everybody read this weekend. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Starting off with Nightwing and Magilla Gorilla. Who remembers this guy coming up as a kid on Hanna-Barbera? It's actually a gorilla that was in a this guy named Mr. Pebble, I believe. He had a store, and he had this gorilla in the store, and he would always try to sell the gorilla, but somehow or another things would mess up and the gorilla wouldn't get sold. Like, I think one time he sold the gorilla to a guy and the guy brought it back. They didn't want to get rid of that gorilla. And he was known for wearing a bow tie and suspenders. And I think the show was on, or let's see, I think it was from 64 to 66 maybe. It had reoccurring characters, I know that. Pumpkin Puss, or Mush Mouse, Ricochet Rabbit, I think, Drop Along, I think is another one of them. Yeah. So, yeah, he always dressed in human clothes, you know. He had that bow tie, shorts, and the shorts were held up by some suspenders and an oversized derby hat, a big, you know, kind of a big derby hat. So, yeah, but most definitely, that's the A cover, and here's the B cover. Yeah, so, sorry, focus in on that a little bit. What do y'all think? Now, the story here, with this story here with Nightwing, Okay, let's see, with Nightwing, it basically goes, when a famous Hollywood talent agent is found brutally murdered, suspicion and evidence seems to point to his most famous client, Oscar-winning actor Magilla Gorilla. Dick Grayson, already in Tinseltown to meet with said agent, senses something suspicious, donning his Nightwing costume and joining forces with the simian suspect. He's got one night to prove that this monkey doesn't belong in a cage. It's kind of yeah, and it's written by J.M. Demetrius. If I'm saying that name right, Demetrius, yeah. But yeah, this story seems like it's going to be a fun one, y'all. So get a chance, check it out. Okay, what do we got next here? We got Emma Frost, J. Scott Campbell cover. Now, I heard from another guy that I usually watch on YouTube, Jim Comics and ComicsHeatingUp.net, Anthony. Y'all need to check them two out. And also, let me give another shout out while I'm at it. Comic Book University on YouTube. Check that guy out. Comic Book Tom 101. And another friend of mine I met at Baltimore Comic Con. Grab those keys. Check those YouTube sites out if you get a chance. And yeah, they have some pretty interesting information on their sites. You know, I'm showing my haul. They're showing you they're showing you everything. They're giving you the whole nine, the kit and caboodle. You know what I'm saying? This basically story breaks down this. Emma Frost has changed over the years from villain to hero, and then something in between. But now writer Leigh Williams, an admitted Emma superfan, looks to bring it all together for what's next. This week's X-Men Black, Emma Frost by Williams and Chris Bachalo finds the former White Queen revisiting the Hellfire Club, not to reunite, but to burn it to the ground. Oh my God. This one-shot is part of a series of 5 X-Men Black one-shots profiling individual X-Men villains ahead of the big X-Men Disassemble relaunch November 14th with Uncanny X-Men 1. So November 14th, look out for that Uncanny X-Men 1, y'all, because it sounds like it's going to be a banger. And man, J. Scott Campbell knows how to draw them girls, don't he? Jesus Christ. Let me stop. Oh, yeah. Please let me stop. Okay. What do we got next, guys? Oh, yeah, this is one right here now. I actually got, I want to say it's the 1 in 25 or the 1 in 50 incentive variant. And, yeah, and I think I paid, I don't know, $52 or $49 or $50 for it, and it's already sold for $100 on eBay. So yeah, you get a chance, get out and get that book, y'all. But this one here seems to be pretty good. Let me try to get this camera focused on these books right. I hope y'all can see that correctly. The lighting in this place sucks for some reason. Yeah, so X-Men Spider-Geddon Force or Spider Force number 1. Yeah, it seems to be sorry guys, keep playing around with this camera here, I'm gonna mess up the video. It basically goes like this. The deadliest mission in all of Spider-Geddon has come up, and Kane has stepped forward for what he's sure will be a suicide mission. But he can't do it alone, and Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman, has signed on to help. But has Kane told her the whole truth? With Ashley Barton from the Old Man Logan universe and 2 new characters, Astro Spider and Spider Kid. Kane team is complete, and their first mission may be their last. Oh my God, y'all. I actually read like the first 2 or 3 pages of this, and it's pretty darn interesting, man. Like the beginning, Kane is on the streets, and he runs up on these drug dealers selling this boy some drugs, and he go ahead and webs them up. And I think he's breaking into a house. I'm not really sure what's going on there. And all of a sudden, Spider-Woman's in there, and she chunks a safe at him out the window, and he goes out the window too or something. I don't know if he's hooked to it with his web, and You know, she hits him with the thing, look, I'm trying to put a team together and I need your help, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of where I got, you know, I got to sit down and read it, and I'm sorry, I don't want to talk like I know what's going on, and I don't. But this was the one I was wanting to start on right here. Vault of Spiders, #1. Now, my local comic book store, he whips his book out and he starts flipping through some of the pages, which kind of drew me in. And he's like, yo, they got a spider horse, they got a spider Voltron, you know, Spider Gwen, Spider Man, Spider Girl, Spider Woman, or Spider Ham. There's like all these spiders in it. And I'm like, yo, I actually wanted to start reading this, and I started reading Spidey Force 1, and that one kind of drew me in. I love the art, you know, I love the art in that book, you know. But this one here kind of details this: the Web Slinger, Final Galaxy Battle, Spider Bite, and Savage Spider-Man. Each one of them introduces a different Spider-Man with their own unique twist and story. That can be pretty tricky for just one issue. So, as usual, there are things that brilliantly pay off, and some others that, well, they just fell off. So, yeah, that one, I don't know. You know, you might want to check it out yourself instead of hearing me read the description, because you're probably like, dude, you're messing up my dreams and aspirations of reading this comic book, Chris. You are messing up the whole thing, man. Stop reading the descriptions. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't read the book yet, so I just want to break down what I think it is. And, yeah. So, anyways, Vault of Spiders. Next up, we have Stranger Things 2. Now, this book here is pretty interesting. I mean, I love the art on the cover. It's pretty good. The things here in the corner, I think they're called Demigorgons or something like that. I want to say it's wrote down right here. Anyways, yeah, I picked up issue 1. I haven't started reading it yet. I actually bought that one at Baltimore Comic Con from Scorpion Comics. I think it's a Clayton Crane cover. I mean, the art on #1 is beautiful. Jesus, you hard to see it. If I got a picture, I'll load it up. But yeah, dude, it's a wicked cover. The writings by Jody Hauser, arts by Stefano Martino, I think that's how the name goes, and color by Aleski Bricklot, however you pronounce that name, Briclot, Bricklot, yeah. The description of the story goes like this: stuck in the mysterious Upside Down, Will Byers is cold, scared, and starving. He uses his last bullet to temporarily drive away the Demigorgon. Drawing on lessons learned from D&D, he hunts for food and supplies to prepare for whatever lies ahead. After discovering he can affect the lights in his family's house, in his family's home, brief excitement turns to terror when he realizes he isn't the only one that wants to break through to the other side. Wow. Man, did anybody see the series on Netflix? That show is bananas, man. I love it, bro. Yeah, I love it. It's a great, the show's great, man. I'm like, I think in high school I was one of those ones that instead of reading the books in class, I wanted to look at the pictures. And then if the story came out on movies, I wanted to watch the movie instead of reading the book like I was supposed to, like my teacher told me to. So, you know how that goes. I'm lazy. I'm sorry. But, yeah, obviously movies mess up stories. They change things. We all know that. But, yeah, so. Okay. Get a good look at that, man. Yeah, dude. It's beautiful. I love it. Love it. Okay. Up next, we have Sideways #9. It's another one of those foil covers. I mean, I've already told y'all how I feel about those foil covers, you know. Yeah, I mean, this was pretty clean, though. I like this one. Yeah. This is it's pretty good. The New Age of Heroes, Sideways. Huh. Yeah. Okay, about this issue. Everything's going sideways for Sideways. in the pages of Sideways, and that means trouble for our hero. Trapped in the dark multiverse with no escape, Derek James comes face to face with this world's ruler, Perius, a so-called benevolent dictator. Perius rules his world with an iron fist and forces its citizens into slavery, so Sideways decides it's time for a revolt. Revolution proves unsuccessful, but it leads Sideways to a super discovery that could save this world and himself. God, that is so Sideways, isn't it? No pun intended. Alright, sorry guys, I keep messing with that camera. And that is the cover of Sideways, y'all. I mean, what do y'all think? Y'all like it? God, it's spooky. I live out here in the country by myself. Alright, next up we have Tony Stark Iron Man number 5. Battle Lines variant. Man, the colors on that just popped on it. Pop! That light shining. Little beam in his palm right there, man. It's so bright. My camera here is like, Jesus, thing looks like it's real, huh? Yeah, these battle line variants, man, I'm feeling them, you know. God, I'm just picking them up, man, because that Thanos battle lines variant, I think it was the Astonishing X-Men 16, I believe. The colors on that cover were just insane. I mean, Jesus Christ, I loved it. Loved it. So, all right. Next up, we have Black Panther number 5 Battle Lines variant. Yes, soak it in, guys. Soak it in. Soak it in. I mean, Jesus, man, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's like these Virgin variants or whatever, man. It's so beautiful. My God. Art, man. I've asked this question before. Do you buy books for the writing, the art, the writer, or the artist, or the publishing company? I mean, there's no limit for me, man. I mean, I might see a book and I'm not even into reading it, man. But if that cover is dope, I'm buying it, you know. Like this, I'm not really reading Black Panther right now at the moment, but I had to have this cover because it's just so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next up, we're back down to the bottom of the barrel, y'all. It is getting good because Heroes in Crisis number 2. All I can say is I read this book and it blew me away. I mean, I read number 1 and I was trying to figure out myself what was going on, probably much like everybody else. Like, who's killing all the heroes? I mean, heroes and the villains. I mean, who is killing them? And basically, it's like all the heroes and villains, they have this safe place that I guess Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, or Batman started, for people to go and talk to a therapist. I guess the therapist and the guy who runs the place, they're all robots. And they all basically, shows different scenes in the books where they're standing in front of the camera and they're telling about themselves and what their problems are and whatnot. And issue number 1, I think it has Harley Quinn going in front of the camera, and the issue number 1 ends with Harley Quinn and Booster Gold fighting. You know, Harley Quinn walks into a restaurant after Booster Gold wakes up, and she stabs him in the shoulder with a knife, and they just start fighting. And, you know, kind of starts off in issue number 2 with Booster Gold. It starts off with Poison Ivy talking to the camera and Harley Quinn booping her in the face, you know, booped her in the chin. It's like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, they have this little thing, you know. It's like girl love, you know what I mean? Harley's in love with her, she's in love with her, whichever, I don't know. It's a thing. And basically you got Poison Ivy, you got Wonder Woman, Batman talking to the therapist on camera, and then the final page is basically Superman, Clark Kent, and Well, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman run up on Harley Quinn in this building. She goes to hide out with the Penguin, and she's playing cards with one of his little penguins. And boy, she gets the drop on all of them because she grabs a hold of she hugs Wonder Woman and whispers something in her ear, but while she's talking to Wonder Woman's ear, she pulls Wonder Woman's lasso of truth off, which you see it on the cover where she's got wrapped around Batman's neck. And then she gets in a fight with them, and then she wraps that lasso of truth around Batman, and she asks him, "Do you have any kryptonite on you?" And so Superman had already said something to Batman about, Batman or Bruce, I know you've got cameras around here, because they don't know who's killing everybody. Batman didn't have cameras. He said he didn't have cameras, and then Superman's like, I know you've got cameras. I know you had a backup plan for this. He's like, no, I didn't. No, I don't. I don't know who's killing everybody. And he's like, yeah, I bet you got some kryptonite on you somewhere in your belt or something like that. And Batman's like, no, I don't. So Harley Quinn puts the lasso of truth around Batman's neck and asks him, where's the kryptonite? Do you have any kryptonite on you? And he's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? She grabs a hold of the kryptonite and then, boop, pulls it out and blinds, I guess weakens Superman, blinds him, and she makes her escape and bust out the side of the wall and escapes. And then Batman pretty much laughs at Bruce Wayne like, yeah, she's tougher than what she looks. She's tougher than how she looks, ain't she? She got the drop on you, basically. You know what I'm saying? Batman don't like that too much, you know. But I mean, he was right. She did get the drop on Batman. She got the drop on all of them, Wonder Woman included. And in the end, Bruce Wayne or Superman as Clark Kent is talking to the camera about, you know, his life and him being Superman and Clark Kent. And, well, he don't know, but somebody sends Lois Lane, I guess, a video of all these people spilling their guts out to this camera. Somebody had a camera. Somebody had information on the situation. Now, I could be messing up the story, but, you know, I might have to read it again. But, yeah, somebody basically sent Lois Lane some information on Sanctuary. And while she's looking at this video or reading this information, Superman's, you know, telling who he is. I'm Clark Kent. I'm Superman. You know, I'm having an identity problem or whatever. He's spilling his guts to Sanctuary, you know, the therapist on camera. And it's kind of weird because I always thought Lois Lane knows Superman's Clark Kent. So I don't know. How is this? Like I said, I got to read this again. Please don't take my my information on the story as being the gospel, because I could be a little confused there. You know. Told you I had an accident some years ago, so I got some kind of memory loss. I just read the story last night, so it's wicked that I just forget how it goes. Anyways, but this is all about my haul, not about my information on the story. This ain't a review. This is just my comic book haul. I'm just giving a review of the stories because the story is great. I love it. You know, if you're not really into it, like I said, I wasn't into the first book, but the second one's grown on me. And right now, at the moment, I can't wait for issue number 3. So, now I have saved the best for last. The very best. This story is so good, the hair stood up on my arms, jumped off, woke me up, made me breakfast, got me dressed for work, took me to work, took the kids to daycare, picked me up for work, cooked me dinner, gave me a bath, washed my clothes, and put me to bed, and told me a bedtime story. That's how good the story was. And well, one day I was at my local comic book store, and I was waiting for my cousin to pick me up. So I had bought Justice League Dark 1 and 2, and I actually bought it because I had heard about the Upside Down Man. I heard he was going to be a key villain in the stories to come, and I wanted to find out about him. So I got Justice League Dark to find out about him, and I actually read 1 and 2 while I waited for my cousin to pick me up. Read both the issues real quick, and then after I read issue 2, I told my local comic book store, I walked up to the counter and said, look, man, put this book on my pull list. I gotta have it, you know. I gotta have it. Let me quit yapping on. Let's get to the book itself. Here we go. The Magic Order number 1. A cover. And then this is the one. I actually got 4 of these on the way. So that's a nice trio right there, man. That's the Trinity, you know. Forget Batman, forget Superman. This is the Trinity. All Wonder Woman, baby. Along with Hitchita's magic built inside of her. But let me give you a breakdown of the story if you're not familiar with it, in this issue at least. It says, the Justice League Dark has narrowly defeated 2 of Hitchita's witch mark, but Wonder Woman remains under her control. To make matters more complicated, Hitchita's power will burn out of Wonder Woman's body before they return to Hitchita herself. The heroes weren't even able to prevent the Parliament of Trees from near destruction. Now a new age is about to begin, and the Parliament of Flowers is ready to take over. Trust us, they're a lot scarier than they sound. And even if Wonder Woman is saved and Hitchita is defeated, the threat of the other kind may still devastate the Earth. This may be no-win situation for the heroes, but they aren't going down without a fight, which is true, because like I said, in the last issue, Constantine exercises Wonder Woman with Hitchita. She basically, he clears Black Orchard and Montague Dawn, and I was looking for the book I had here, but yeah, he clears both of those witch mark. But all the power from them two, once Hitchita is out of them, goes into Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's still in limbo with Witchfire. Witchfire is pretty much dead, but in limbo, Wonder Woman says, "Look, I'm not gonna sit back and watch my friends get killed." And Hitchita's basically, she's done and started to destroy Olympus, which is crazy because Hitchita was around before the gods. And another fun fact is Hitchita used to date Hades, the god of the underworld, and Hades broke her heart by going with this other girl. You know, I forget her name, man. I can't pronounce that name, but yeah, he broke Hitchita's heart, pissed Hitchita off big time. She was mad, and well, here we go. I'll let you see for yourself. See, right there, Hades breaks up with Hitchita. Hitchita loses her crap, bro. She cannot take it. And well, from there, you know, this is how Hitchita used to look. She was pretty, you know, nice looking chick, you know. When he breaks up with her, she goes from that to that to that. She loses her crap, and she basically tells the gods. She says, "Look," she says, and she would let the gods know her fury too. She reminded them of their rightful place in the cosmos, the primacy of her great and terrible power. If they dared cross her again, she would turn it against them and end their reigns. She saw the fear in their eyes, and she knew they understood. Oh yeah, they understood. Look at them. They're like, holy crap, what did we do? This chick has lost her mind. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So Cirque, I don't know if y'all remember Cirque. Oops, sorry. That's Cirque. Cirque basically tells Zatanna and all of them, look, the only way you're going to be able to save Wonder Woman is you're going to have to kill her. And, you know, it's sad, but you're going to have to kill Wonder Woman to save her life. And Wonder Woman's destroying Olympus at this point. You know, she's like, she has no control over it. And Zatanna basically tells them, look, for Diana, for Wonder Woman, take the witch down. You know, they don't gather together. See? They're going to fight. And Wonder Woman is talking to basically a younger version of Hitchita up here, or her sisters. And basically her younger self says, we have been kept here for many years, trapped in the primordial darkness on the spiritual borderland of the multiverse, where we first saw our double. You know, it's crazy. The crone is right. There are aspects of the magical world that must be reset. The story of magic was set on a dark path many ages ago. You know, they're letting Wonder Woman know. They basically break down who Hitchita was and who she was in the beginning. She was a good person in the beginning. Not necessarily an angel, but yeah, she was a good person in the beginning. And, you know, they all say they're going to have to kill Wonder Woman, and Zatanna lets Wonder Woman know, look, Cirque told us we're going to have to kill you to save your life. So Hechita, Wonder Woman basically gets on her knees and she tells Hechita, you know, great rich mother Hechita, I beseech you to listen to your daughter. And Hechita's like, what trickery is this? It's no trickery. I wish to speak to you. And please, Hechita, you have changed aspects before. You must do it again. She says, I beg of you, please do not make me kill you. Hechita, that possibility ended many years ago, Amazon. This is what I am now. This is all I can be. You know, it's like she was almost getting to Hechita. She was trying to, you know, work something out with her. And, you know, that's when Zatanna tells us, you know, I know the cost of magic now, but I also know this must be done. And because Wonder Woman tells her, Zatanna, I need you to help. You have to use your magic. And Zatanna's like, but my magic will open the door to the other kind. It's too dangerous. We'd be trading one unstoppable force for another, you know. And then Zatanna says in magic, backwards, because, you know, she says, when she says magic, she says it backwards. She says, Nepo F Rod, open the door, basically is what she says. When she says open the door, holy smack, the other kind comes through. Upside down man in the house. See, he comes through. Hechita's like, foolish child, what have you unleashed? Ah, yes, I remember this power from long ago, is what the upside down man says. He looks wicked. Then he attacks Hechita, starts devouring her. Oh my God, yo. And that's pretty much, they defeat Hechita with the upside down man. They turn him on her, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they're all sitting back in contempt. You know, hey man, they done saved the day. Everybody's chilling, you know, relaxing, you know. Yeah, they're all chilling, you know. Yeah, we saved the day, girl. We did a good thing. What you think? You want to go have some cappuccino after this? Sure. Let's go get some pizza too. You know, it's all good. We done saved the day. Wonder Woman, Zatanna tells her, well, it's been under my skin the last couple of days. Hechita's power was broken into 5 pieces. But with you, Witchfire, Montague Dawn, and Black Orchard, that still leaves someone uncounted for. And the power flows from host to host. Whoever the last person is, there's no telling how powerful they could be if they knew how to tap into it. Now, who do y'all think was the last person? All right, I'll just give you a hint. Who was trying to help the Justice League Dark? Who was trying to help them the whole time, telling them what they need to do to save Wonder Woman? All right, who was basically helping them the whole time? Well, that person had a hidden agenda. All right, and I'm not going to tell you. You might have to, I mean, I pretty much don't ruin the story for you, but I'm not going to ruin that last page. You need to buy the book to find out for yourself. Who was that last person that all that magic went to? When they defeated Hechita, they saved Wonder Woman, Black Orchard, Montague Dawn. That last person you think that all Hechita's power went into. Oh my God, yo. The end of the story, that's the last page reveals, the next page reveals who that person is. And I'm not going to ruin that part for you. I've done ruining too much. This is one of the best books I have read. I mean, I know I probably ruined it for y'all. I'm probably not even explaining it correctly or making it sound like you want to buy this book. But trust me, you want to buy this book. You want to buy all these books if you can find them. And if you can't find them, wait for them to come out on digital format. But read this story. I love this story. I wish it didn't end. But then again, that last page reveals who got all that power. This story isn't over with. All right. James Tinian, dude, I hope one day I meet you, because if I do, I'm going to buy you lunch. I'm going to buy you, I'm going to pay for your daughter or your son's college tuition. I'm going to put some gas in your car. I'm going to take you out to Chunky Cheese, and we's going to party. Because you my new friend, bro. I love you, man. And this would be a dope movie if they ever made a movie for Justice League Dark, you know. I'm not going to lie. I loved it. So, that's it, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate y'all hanging in here with me. Listen to me ramble on about stuff that I'm ruining over here for you. If I'm not ruining the story, I'm ruining how the story should be told. And I'm sorry. I'm not a writer. But, I played one. So, I appreciate y'all hanging with me. And, as always, make comic book collecting fun again. Alright? Take care, guys. Be safe.